Well, Utah week, you faced them before last year. What are your memories from last year, that first game against Utah?
Oh, well, they're a well-coached team, physical, aggressive defense. They have a great program out there in Utah. And, I just remember a very physical game last year, and I think that's going to be, the case this year with our team. We're a very physical team, and they're very physical, so I think that's what you can expect on Saturday.
What have you spent the last week and a half looking at how you've played recently? What have you seen on video? What's going through in practice and all? What are you seeing?
There's a lot of things. I think as a unit, we're just on offensively, we can be a little bit sharper, I think. I think there's some things on my end, a lot of things on my end that I can clean up going into this next week and moving forward, just progressionally and just, kind of defensively studying. I've seen the coverages, especially with my new opponent coming up. I think I think we just got to get back to what we do. I think, we had a success early on in the year, and I think, there's a lot of things that we're just right there as an offense, and we're just a little things away from cleaning that things up and putting a lot more points on the board than we've been doing in the past. I think we're excited to just get back to work this week and focus on our next opponent and get ready for the Utes.
When things go as well as they were for you, and then they don't, how do you react to that mentally?
Well, I just think that, we play football. It's an adverse game. I think, every week in and week out, you got to bring it, and you got to bring your A game. And I think that's just a mindset you got to have in going into it. And you can't kind of let the last, what happened past weeks affect what's going to happen next week. You just got to push everything out and push your best foot forward going into this new week. And I think just our energy around the facility has been good. We're ready to get back out in the field. They're coming to Reeser, so I know it's going to be an exciting game. So I think that's just our focus for sure.
Did you notice the impact of Beaver Nation during that Washington game, and is that what you expected again this week?
Oh that was one of the most live experiences I've been a part of in my entire life. So just being in that environment and being just with all those people going crazy, it was a great experience. And I know they're going to be back Saturday. I think we got a 4:30 kickoff, so they should be out there, and should be ready to go. So it'll be fun for sure.
Nick's been talking a lot about Jamar versus BJ as far as similarities. What about BJ and his style compared to Jamar's? Because you've seen them both.
Oh, yeah, they're both great players. You see Jamar, he was a great player for us last year, and, BJ, he stepped in his role this year, and he's taken over and doing some great things. But I just think, that just kind of speaks to that room as a whole. The coaching that we've had with Coach Petrie and now Coach Stewart. I think, that room has just really grown as a unit, and together you can just see him, Deshaun, and, Trey Lowe, and even some of the other guys, they get carries in practice, and they're really making plays, making guys miss, and flying around. So I just think, that just speaks to our whole room as a whole in the running backs for sure.
When you're looking for advice outside the program, when maybe things aren't going great, is there someone you reach out to, and why would you reach out to that person?
Oh yeah, I always call my junior college coach, Coach McElroy, my ex-college coach back then. Me and him just have a great relationship, kind of just with adversity and just kind of everything, because we had a lot of talks when I went back to junior college and kind of settled down there, and he was kind of just like a mentor and a father figure to me. So I think him talking and conversing with him and just kind of keeping my head level, that just kind of helps me stay on track for sure. Yeah.
Your first start in an FBS game came against Utah last year. I know you didn't really like your performance. I think you went for a touchdown and interception. How have you seen your game grow in just a span of a year from then to now?
Yeah, well, I think just like the overall game speed out there, I think everything's slowing down for me a lot. And I think, I'm still on my right reads, and I'm getting the ball to where it needs to be, and maybe I haven't been able to maybe put the ball on the receiver if to make him where he can go score. But I think just the overall game speed is very slowed down for me a lot. And, and I'm just excited with my knowledge and our playbook and having a second chance to go after the Utah defense. I think it'll be fun to just go out there and kind of, feel familiar with some of the things they're doing and some of the new things we're kind of throwing at them. So, it should be good. We have a great game plan. The coaches have been working hard to get us a great game plan for this week, so I'm excited.
Was it hard to watch that video from last year, the Utah video?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think every time you kind of have a tough game, it's a little hard to, watch the film, but I think that's just something in our sport that we have to do. It's kind of like watching, something that you don't want to watch. You got to go back and see, because a lot of the times, it's not as bad as they say it is, and it's not as good as they say it is. So really looking back at the film and going through it and just being like, okay, well, maybe if I just would have stood in there and delivered that ball, the whole outcome of the game is different. It's just like one play or here and there where you can, kind of see it on film, and then you can try to, act on that next week and weeks prior to that. Yeah.
The offense has had some success on third downs this season, leading the conference in that stat. What do you credit that to?
Oh, I just credit that to our O-line. I mean, I think we're really able to run the ball on third down a lot when we want to, and I think just our ability to our receivers to make contested catches when we get man coverage a lot of the time on third down. These teams are going to try to come and man you up and kind of make you earn it. So I think this goes credit to our wideouts making great contested catches, and then just the O-line picking up blitzes and picking up pressures on third down, and so I'm able to sit in there and deliver the ball. I think that's just a huge thing, and then I think it's just overall scheme too with the coaching staff. I think they have a great third down game plan every week, and I think that's been showing. Sure.
Coach Lindgren mentioned, being able to stay out of those third and longs. Is that kind of a big deal too?
Oh yeah. For our offense, we want to stay on track. We want to, move the ball, gain, be on time with what we're doing, so we don't have to, get third and longs, because we are an offense that will go for a lot on fourth down, as you guys have seen. So I know we set ourselves up for, fourth down conversions that are manageable. It's a lot easier on our offense to, keep pushing the ball down the field. For sure.
When you're not finding the success in the passing game that you would hope for, how much confidence can you draw from the fact that you have played at a high level already this season? I mean, do you think back to the USC game and say, I can do that again?
Oh yeah. I think football is just adversity is going to come and go, and I think as you get back to the film and you understand what you can do. And I understand that things aren't always going to go your way, but at the same time, we have a great running game, and a lot of the things that we do can rely and help me get the passing game more involved, and it's going to create more one-on-one matchups, so which is exciting for me too, because I know that if our running games, a lot more, they're going to try to maybe make us throw the ball, which gives us a lot of opportunities down the field, one-on-one matchups, and I think we got a lot of juice at wideout. So, I think I'm excited to just get back to where I was playing before, for sure.
The Utes are coming off a big win against Arizona State. It's their third consecutive win. They now lead the Pac-12 South. So they're going to come down here really amped and energized. How do you match that, since you guys are coming off of a bye week a little bit different?
That's kind of been the talk too. They're going to be really ready to go, and they've won 3 in a row, 3 conference games I believe in a row, and they're going to be coming down here ready to go. So I think just for us as a team, we just got to be ready to protect our house. They're coming into Research Stadium, and there's a different feeling when you're playing at home than on the road. So we just got to protect our house with everything we got, for sure.